Man, the end is near, and it's looking like someone finally came up and had to challenge Adam 22, and it was none other than Housephone, man.
That birthed me, my best friend that died. Oh, he's been going through the mom shit.
But are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when
You're disrespectful as I paid for the funeral as soon as it happened just because.
Crazy ass situation going on in No Jumper right now. Lil Housephone just came out and finally stood up for himself against Adam 22, aka Adolf 22, who came out and was showing mad disrespect towards Housephone, basically airing him out with having sexual relations with a trans person, man. It's a crazy situation. We gotta get into and unpack all this shit right now. But before we do, man, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, run with the merch at staysafeworld.com. It supports the channel, and you'll find some fire stuff on there, man. And make sure y'all check out the Twitch. You already know, man. Let's get it, man. So this comes off of a long ass situation that's been going on for a couple of weeks now. No Jumper is essentially imploding, and people have felt like it was imploding for a minute, you know, but it all came to blows on a live stream when Adam 22 and Housephone got into it. Basically, Adam 22 on a previous podcast, he sort of explained what happened with the whole situation with Housephone and how it accidentally came out that he had sex with this person. It basically aired because this editor said that he fucked up on Premiere while editing and didn't notice when he was looking at the transcript of what actual people were saying that Thide host Danny Mullen essentially said that Housephone was the person that, you know, was having sexual relations, and then he ended up allowing that video to air, and it basically aired out Housephone's whole situation. So they were on a podcast for the first time together, a live stream, and they almost came to blows. Housephone spilled a drink on him and called him a pussy, and Adam basically said that he cares about his mom because he paid for the funeral. But you know, if you really cared about someone, it would be totally different, because that funeral was way before the whole situation happened with Housephone. You know, this whole situation with Housephone was like 9 days ago. Mom died was over about a month ago, and Adam 22 was seen as being very callous about the situation, saying like, oh yeah, when Housephone was dealing with that mom situation, but it's like more than that. Like that's the mother who gave birth to him who died. I don't even know how anyone as a person would be able to feel, especially at this age when your mom dies, you know, especially when you're going through this type of shit, and as you're going through it, your coworker who's supposed to be your homie essentially goes and just completely shits on you and like makes you look like a laughing stock in front of everyone. I mean, granted, no one probably cares that much, but at the same time, it's like super embarrassing, and people get killed for outing people, and it's just something that it's like not really cool to do. Like there was several situations of people killing themselves after being heard as outed, and I feel like the whole thing that is the problem is Adam 22 was not sincere enough in his apology. So it definitely goes to show that there's a pattern going on here. We could definitely talk about this shit for days, man, but we got to get into certain examples of things that went down that are essentially the reason why I think that No Jumper is collapsing. The number one was the firing of Hakeem Rowe.
Felt like Adam just wasn't a good leader and just like didn't really move correctly. Like how, like if like you the boss and you the leader of this, like we gang, like you supposed to be moving a little different, like like how you just go about treating your team.
So Hakeem actually spoke with the LA Weekly about why he left No Jumper, and essentially it was because of the fact that he said Adam wasn't moving right, and that is 100% the case, man. It definitely is true that Adam is not moving right, doing this to his coworkers, but he kind of knew this, and he spoke on the whole situation with Chris Long getting fired for no reason. So he said that made him realize that Adam doesn't care about the people that he's around, which is true. Another reason that we gotta point out is the fact that Draco the Ruler was basically killed from an ongoing beef that happened with Adam 22. In the ongoing beef, he was asked a lot of questions about YG and basically instigated the whole situation on No Jumper, and Adam allowed for that and aired that, and then a couple months later Draco was killed at his concert, man.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Running out of shit to instigate Adam?
No, we got plenty of shit left. No, we got plenty left. I would like to hear the YG diss song that you actually like really gave a fuck about.
Like, with somebody like this, me?
Somebody that you
back.
consider kind of on your level that you really actually had some fucking shit to say about. That would be, that would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun for y'all,
For us,
y'all
as
watching.
fans, yeah.
Which is definitely not a good look. It definitely shows you have a complete disregard for the people that are there. Another situation was when AD was left behind after No Jumper basically aired these comments about American Cholo, who is like a Mexican American immigrant, about him basically saying the N-word and all sorts of other things. And then after airing that, the No Jumper people, they didn't show up to the office when American Cholo said they were pulling up, and the only person there was AD. That's another example of Adam being a bad collaborator, team member, and boss, and leaving these people out to dry. He doesn't care about any of his employees, which is ultimately going to be the downfall of his whole situation going on with No Jumper, because if you really cared about them, you would be able to build up and keep going. But they're running out of topics to talk about. They're running out of things to go around. They're running out of drama to do and see in the hip-hop world, so they got to create their own, and that's the way that they get paid. It's an unfortunate thing. They're turned into a reality show, and the only way they're going to get paid is by actually doing these drama things and living out this drama world, man. But hey, to each his own. Y'all kind of signed up for it and knew what it was, but before, Housephone has been there before all this shit, before when it was just a rapper platform, and it moved into something totally different. But they already got a whole new center, whole new studio that they need to pay for, and it was millions of dollars, so obviously they need to rack in these checks. This is the only way, and YouTube bread is hurting right now. So honestly, I don't see an end to this. Of course, there's going to be someone that's going to be willing to take his place. But at the end of the day, Adam 22 does not care about these people. And if these dudes realize that and they just take their own shit that they got going on and create their own platform, it's honestly the move, man. It will tear down No Jumper, because at the time, Adam will take mad long to find people to replace, and they realize that it's not cool. So eventually, the fans are gonna leave, and then it could all implode. He's at a very treacherous position, especially with everyone making content on the side. They have their own shows that could easily take off when No Jumper falls. So really, the ball's in Adam's court. He got to see what he's going to do next. The next move is probably going to be his most important, man. But hey, let me know in the comments what y'all think about that shit, man. Real stay safe shit. You already know what's going on. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.